Student, next question I am discussing here, question number 13 for you, okay? And here the question is that, and if the point whose coordinate is xy be equidistant from the 2 points, okay, with coordinate a plus b, b minus a, and another point a minus b and a plus b, then the relationship between x and y is ax plus by is equal to 0, option A, option B, bx minus ay is equal to 0, option C, ax minus 2by is equal to 0, and option D, ax plus by is equal to 1. Okay, here a point is equidistant from the two given point. We have to find out the desired relationship between x and y. Understand? Okay, let us see a point. Let us take P as a point. Let us take P be a point, and another 2 points is A, another point is B. So A and B are equidistant from the point A and B. It means AP is equal to BP given, and if here coordinate given x and y. Here the coordinate of A is given what? A plus B and B minus A. Okay, the coordinate of B is given A minus B and A plus B. Okay, and here the point whose coordinate is xy is equidistant from A and B, from two given points A and B. If the points are equidistant from A and B, P is equidistant from A and B, that implies AP is equal to what? BP. Or that implies AP square is equal to BP square. Yes or no? So we can use the distance formula. The distance between AP, A and B, if you think this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. It means here x minus A plus B, difference between the x coordinate whole square, plus difference between y coordinate y minus here B minus A whole square. Similarly, BP square means what? If it is BP, this is, let the coordinate of B be x1, this is y1, this is x2 and y2. So, okay, so x minus A minus B, difference between the x coordinate whole square, plus y minus A plus B whole square. Is it clear, students? Understand? Okay, is it clear? Now let's see. Okay, understand? So, is it clear? Now you can write x minus of A plus B whole square. Once again rewrite this sentence. Plus here y, can you bring minus sign from here is B minus A. You will bring minus sign, and this minus sign multiply here, and it will be A minus B, and this minus sign will be plus sign. So here I brought minus sign as a common factor. Here minus sign from B, here B minus A. So here you know the B minus A is equal to minus of A minus B. And this minus sign is multiplied to the previous, okay, to the factor minus 1. So it will be plus sign. Is it clear? So this minus B minus, this is minus of B minus A. So if I write A minus B, this minus sign will, by bringing a minus 1 common, okay, this minus 1 will multiply here numerical factor minus 1. So sign will be plus sign. Okay, similarly x square, okay, so you see now is equal to x minus A minus B whole square. Let us rewrite the same thing, y minus A plus B whole square. Understand? Okay, is it clear? Yes? Okay, so let us simplify this one. So here you see, can you use the formula of A minus whole square? Can you use the formula A minus whole square? Here first term and second term. Here first term is x, second term is A plus B. So here first term square means x square, plus second term is A plus B, second term square, minus 2 into first term and second term. Using the identity A minus B whole square, A square plus B square minus 2AB. First term square plus second term square minus 2 into first term second term. Understand? Similarly, y plus of a plus b whole square formula can you apply here? Y square plus a minus b whole square minus here plus 2y into a plus b. Here you can apply first term square plus second term square plus 2 into first term and second term. Here coming first term is y, second term is a minus b. Here you are using the identity a plus b whole square. Okay, understand? Similarly, here x minus of a minus b, it means a minus b, since there is a minus sign, so we can use the identity a minus b whole square. It means first term is first term square plus second term square minus 2 into first term into second term. Okay, understand? Whatever first term, in place of first term is x square plus in place of second term is what? A minus b whole square minus 2a first term into second term. Here first term is x, second term is a plus b, a minus b. Similarly, here y minus of a plus b whole square. You can write here first term square, which is y square, plus second term square, which is a plus b whole square, minus 2 into first term into y, second term a plus b. Understand? Is it clear? Okay. Now after expand, you see here. Okay, you see, and in the LHS side is plus a plus b whole square, and here RHS is also plus a minus b whole square. Plus a plus b whole square in the LHS and plus a plus b whole square in the RHS. If the same algebraic expression having the same sign and the same expression will be cancelled. Here you see plus x square in the LHS left hand side and plus x square in the right hand side, we can cancel same sign and same term. Similarly, plus y square in the LHS side and plus y square in the RHS side, we can cancel. Then what next we can cancel here? You see here plus a minus b whole square. Here also plus a minus b whole square we can cancel. Understand? Okay. So after cancellation you see here minus 2x whole into a plus b plus 2y whole into a minus b is equal to minus 2x whole into a minus b minus 2y whole into a plus b. Understand? Okay. Is it clear? Understand? Now let's see. If you remove the bracket also no problem. Here minus 2x multiply minus 2x into b is minus 2bx, 2bx. Similarly, plus 2ay minus 2y into minus b is minus 2by. Is it clear? Similarly, minus 2x into a minus 2x minus into minus plus 2bx. Understand? Minus 2y into a minus 2ay and minus 2by, because minus 2y into b is minus 2by. Okay, understand? And another interesting thing, you see the minus 2x in the left hand side and minus 2x in the right hand side we can cancel. Okay, again minus 2by in the left hand side and minus 2by in the right hand side we can cancel. You see here minus 2bx, here is plus 2bx, we cannot cancel. Why? Because here is minus sign, here is plus sign, opposite sign. Okay, so we never cannot cancel. So that what will happen? Let us transpose. It is minus 2bx. Okay, then minus 2by. Okay, then is equal to minus 2ay, and here plus 2ay is minus 2ay. Understood or not? Here you see minus 2bx, here plus you see okay, here see minus 2bx, here is plus 2bx. This plus 2bx will be minus 2bx. Sorry. Okay, understand? And here minus 2ay, this plus 2ay goes to right side, it will be minus 2ay. So it will be minus 4bx and this is minus 4ay. Understand? Now you see this minus 4 will be plus 4bx, change the sign, and if this minus 4bx will be plus 4bx, similarly the minus 4ay will be plus 4ay. Understand? Okay, here can we cancel 4 and 4 also here cancel. That implies we got what you got here. Yes, finally the desired relationship is equal to bx. That implies bx is equal to ay bx is equal to ay. That implies bx minus ay is equal to 0. This is the desired relationship, and we got bx minus ay. You see clearly, you see the option B is the correct option. Okay, so the option B is the correct option. Understand? So option B is the correct option. Is it clear? Okay, understood? Okay, just follow it and practice the similar kind of problem. Okay, students, next question is question number 14 is that, and it is given that if three vertices of rhombus taken in order, or the coordinate is, first vertex is 2, which coordinate is 2 minus 1, second vertex, okay, with the coordinate is 3 4, and third vertex is with coordinate minus 2 3, then its fourth vertex is option A 2 minus 3, option B the coordinate minus 2 minus 3, the option C, okay, the vertex with the coordinate minus 1 minus 3, and option D 3 vertex with coordinate 3 minus 2. Okay, here the rhombus is given and 3 vertices are given in, okay, in proper order, in order is given. Okay, 3 vertices are given in the order, so we have to find out the fourth vertex. We have to find out the fourth vertex on the rhombus. Understand or not? So which part? So rhombus is given here. See, look at rhombus is given, and all of you know the properties of rhombus. What is the properties of rhombus? All of you know. Yes, 3 vertices are given. 3 vertices are given in order. Yes or no? Let A, B, C, D is a rhombus. Understand or not? And here the coordinate of the vertex A is 2 minus 1. Let us. And the coordinate of vertex B is 3 4. And the coordinate of vertex C is minus 2. We have to find out fourth vertex D, the coordinate of D. Let the coordinate of vertex be D. Okay. Let the coordinate of the vertex D be xy. Okay. Understand? Okay. Understood how to find out the fourth vertex? Yes. Tell me how to find out. So you have to remember the properties of the rhombus. One of the important properties of the rhombus, it is that the diagonals of a rhombus, bisect each other at right angle. The diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at right angle. Understand? Okay. So this concept we can useful. That's why let us draw the rhombus first. Let us draw the diagonal. AC is the diagonal and BD is the diagonal. Bisect each other at the point O. Okay. We know that. What do you know? We know that the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other. Yes or no? At right angle. At right angle. Okay. And the diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other at any angle. We know the difference between the parallelogram and the rhombus is that, okay, in the parallelogram, diagonal bisect each other at any angles, and diagonals, in case of rhombus, the diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at right angle. This is the more and major difference between the parallelogram and rhombus. Okay. So your diagonals bisect each other at right angle means, what do you mean by that? So first of all, the diagonal bisect. If the diagonal bisect, you can say AO is equal to CO. AO is equal to CO is equal to AC by 2. It means O is the midpoint of AC. That implies O is the midpoint of AC. O is the midpoint of AC. So according to midpoint formula, okay. So what is the coordinate of O? Now the coordinate of O, according to the formula, what is the formula you can use? Now see, coordinate midpoint formula, x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y1 plus y2 upon 2. Yes or no? Can you use this formula? This is the midpoint formula. Midpoint formula, the coordinate of midpoint of a line segment. Yes or no? So here you see x1. So O is the midpoint of AC. So we can take this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. Okay, understand? Here x1 is what? You see, here x1 is what? If you take this is x1. So this formula understood? Look at here. Here you see, and here A and C and O is the midpoint. Here coordinate 2 minus 1 and C coordinate minus 2 minus 3. Yes or no? Minus 2 minus 3. Yes or no? Is it clear? C coordinate minus 2 plus 3 given. Sorry student, plus 3 given. Look at here, plus 3. Here coordinate of C is minus 2 plus 3. The coordinate of B is 2 minus 1. The coordinate of A is 3 4. The coordinate of C is what? Minus 2 3. Okay. Let us check. Okay. So here this is x1 and this is x2. So similarly use the formula x1 plus x2 upon 2. Yes or no? And y1 upon y2 by 2. So that implies that is equal to the coordinate of A, O is equal to how much? So you see now x1, the value of x1 is 2 plus minus 2 divided by 2, and y1 means what? Minus 2 x1 plus x2. Here is what is x1 del? x1 is equal to 2 and x2 is equal to minus 2, and here y1 is equal to what? Minus 1. y1 is equal to minus 1 plus y2. y2 is equal to what? 3. 3 divided by 2. Understand? So that is equal to, you can write 2 plus or minus 2 0. So 0 by 2 this value will be 0. So minus 1 plus 3 is 2. 2 by 2 is equal to 1. So coordinate of O you got. Similarly, because the diagonal are bisected each other, so you see now O is also midpoint of BD. Midpoint of BD. Midpoint of the diagonal BD. It means we can write the BO is equal to DO is equal to what? BD upon 2, half of BD. Okay. So what is the coordinate of O then? The coordinate of O will be what? Same formula here. Okay. Let's see. Understand here? Okay. So similarly, in case of point B, O is the midpoint of BD here. Now you see, this is the what? This is B, this is D suppose. And this is the midpoint O. Here coordinate of B is 3 4. And the coordinate of D is what? XY. And here this is x1, this is y1, and this is x2, this is y2. Okay. So the sum of the half, so midpoint formula x1 plus x2, here x1 means 3 plus x2 means x by 2, and here y1 means 4 plus, okay, yes, 4 plus y2 means y upon 2. This is the second point we got. Understand? Okay, since the coordinate of a particular point is always constant, you see from the point 1 and point 2, if you can comparing the corresponding x coordinate, now you see 3 plus x by 2 is equal to 0. Can you compare or not? Yes. On comparing both the, okay, you see now, here you see 0 1, coordinate of is 0 1 is equal to coordinate of is what? 3 plus x upon 2 and 4 plus y upon 2. Understand? You can compare the corresponding x coordinate and corresponding y coordinate. Can you get the value of x and y? Yes. Can you get the value of x and y? Can you get? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see now 3 plus x. Now I am comparing both sides, okay, of their corresponding x coordinate. Now a 3 plus x upon 2 is equal to 0. So that implies 3 plus x is equal to 0, and that implies x is equal to minus 3. We got x is equal to minus 3. As you know, x is equal to minus 3. Yes. Okay, understand? Okay, and let's see similarly comparing the y coordinate on both sides. You see 4 plus y by 2. You see on comparing 4 plus y upon 2 is also equal to what? 1. Yes or no? So that implies 4 plus y is equal to 2 and y is equal to what? 2 minus 4 is minus 2. This is the comparing x value and y value. Okay, understand? Is it clear? Yes. So we got the values of x is minus 3 and values of y is minus 2. Y plus 4 by 2 is equal to how much? 1. Yes? Is it clear? So here student, you see we got the x value is minus 3 and y value is minus 2. We got x coordinate is minus 3. Here we got the fourth vertex, x value is minus 3 and y value is minus 2. Yes or no? So its fourth vertex will be what? Minus 3 minus 2. So the option you see 2 minus 3 minus 2 minus 3 minus 1 minus 3. Let us just rectify the here the option D. If you just change, just suppose this value will be minus 3, suppose. Okay, let us option D. Okay, here we have left the minus sign here, so here minus 3 and minus 2. Okay, so then D will be the correct option. Understand? Okay, is it clear? So there is a little change in the option. Do the little change in the option. So the option D, it was plus 3. Let us do minus 3. Okay. So here the fourth vertex. Here the fourth vertex is here vertex of D is what? Minus 3 minus 2. Yes or no? Yes. Is it clear? Hence we see the D is the correct option. Fourth vertex is here. Okay. So option D we can get. Option D is the correct option. Let us modify the option this time. Okay, understand? Here there was some mistake in the option here. Just to rectify the option here. Okay, is it clear now? The fourth vertex how to find out using the process you understood. Whenever you are finding the process, okay, the fourth vertex. Okay, and what is the process? You are using the coordinate of midpoint formula. Okay, understand or not? Okay, is it clear? Okay, thank you.